2-2 draw, your first point of the season, I believe. How do you sum up the game?
I was disappointed not to get the win at the late equaliser, but sure, what can you do?
And you chipped in with a goal yourself in the second half after the equaliser to put Westport back 2-1 up. How would you describe it?
Fluky, I suppose. Got the ball and shot, you know what I'm saying?
And it's been a challenging season to date, really. Even though you lost all your games, but most of them, though, were actually now enough scorelines. And from what I heard, you had plenty of chances in a lot of games. Even the game I did see against Manila, I remember you lost 6-0 that night. You still had plenty of chances too. You had 2 penalties as well that were saved, I think. So that's the story for the season, really. Just kind of unlucky in games in a sense.
Yeah, just and being clinical and all that. It's, scoring, it's work on that.
But there's some good performance out there by some of the lads today,
yeah.
and I'm sure you'd be pretty encouraged by that.
Yeah, definitely. I think hopefully we can carry on now from this and get more points on the board. So.
And you'll be looking forward to your next game, and hopefully the point today, even though you're disappointed you didn't hold on for all 3, would actually give you a little bit more confidence in the games ahead, even though it's a step up from last season, which different players coming in this year, and it's more challenging.
Yeah, definitely, and I suppose we played kind of more the teams at the top of the league first, so that's always tough. And we're playing some of the middle and the bottom teams now, so hopefully getting more points. So.
And you're enjoying your football besides?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. So, good performances on the pitch, but just not the results.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Michael, my first time chatting to you this season about the C team. New division, new challenge, a lot of different players, a lot tougher, and today was your first point in the season. Could have got all 3.
Yeah, we could probably deserve to have about 8 points on the table at the moment. We lost 2 games by the odd goal, and we were on top in those games. And I think over 2 games we had missed 3 penalties and hit the crossbar 4 times, which gives you a flavour of maybe just not putting away our chances. But this is an academy team, and the purpose of this academy team is to try and bring young players through into adult football. 11 of our players over 2 seasons have now moved on to either B football or A football, which means that we have a whole new team, a whole new group of 11, and they're very young, so to a degree we're starting from scratch again. But these sort of games out here where you're involved in tight games and you're drawing or you're losing narrowly, they're great for character building, and you probably learn more from those games than winning easy games a division down. So overall, I'm quite happy. I'd like to have won the game today because when you play sport, you're competitive, and we certainly had our chances and we probably dominated in open play, but it's our first point and we'll move on, and we're learning.
Exactly, because I was making the point myself when I was looking at the results and looking at the games and looking at the squad. I was here for the Manila B game here a few weeks back. I know it was 6-0, but it was a flash on scoreline that night. But I was looking at the bigger picture. It's not about the results with the C team. It's about future player development, and the biggest success from the C team is the graduation of the players into B and A football.
Exactly. If we have 80 players, and I think we have approximately 80 players eligible to play adult football. If there are only 2 teams, you cannot cater for 80 players over 2 teams. So the idea of putting a 3rd team in is to cater for the younger players at academy level and try and coach them in the same way as the A-team manager will coach, so that when those players move on to A football, that it's not a new environment, that the environment is similar and they can step up. The transition is easier. So that's what we're trying to do.
There's some good individual performance out there again today. Cian Halpin was obviously very impressive. Evan Ralph showed a bit of pace. Noah Massey was steady. Sean Prenti showed his composure and his versatility. But just to name a few, but there was a few sparkling individual performances dotted around the pitch.
Yeah, and it's slightly unusual for me as a manager because I've brought a group of players through from about sort of 10, 11 years old right through up to sort of under 20 level. So that would include Harrison, Quinn and Dylan and Killian White and Ted and all those players, Des, Sean Prenti. But now that a new group of players have come in, I'm only getting to know them, and it's taking a while to work out their strengths and weaknesses and where they like to play and how we can get more out of them. So it's learning for me also, but I'm enjoying it. It's great.
So after, when you look at the goals today, Danny O'Hara, I initially gave it to Keane because Keane was pressure on the line, but Goals Disputes Committee did award it to Danny because the ball was over the line at that point, and Evan putting United back ahead. But the 2 goals conceded, I say it's a learning curve how to defend at the back post.
Yeah, and we mentioned to Liam, and I'm not picking anybody out, we mentioned to Liam that, you know, in a situation like that, he needs to step off his line maybe 4 yards, and if he had, he would have been 4 yards closer to the ball and would have been able to claim it. And also we said to the guys, you know, there's an overload on the back post, you need to get an extra man on the back post, and it's very difficult to shout that in, so we have to do overall this project of having an academy team is positive for the club.
And when you look at the games ahead, you'll be looking after today, just keep the encouragement going on the players, no matter what the result is.
Yeah, and keep doing the same things on the training pitch and trying to tidy up any little things that we saw today to try and improve the team, and just to keep the consistent message going all the time. Try and play football the way Westport would like to play football, be comfortable on the ball, everybody show for the ball, and we're getting there. It's getting better game by game, and I would like to see that when we turn the second half of the season, I'd like us to start improving the results and changing the results from the first half of the season.
At the beginning of the game, when I saw him, Killian McTaggart, coming across on crutches, I gave him a shout out, wishing him the best of luck. I know he got a bit of a freak injury last week, and I'm sure you'll be hoping to see him back in action soon enough. Yeah,
hopefully he will be back in about 4 weeks' time, but he twisted his knee, and in fact his knee might have popped out and back in again last weekend, and he's on crutches now for a few weeks. And we like Killian. He's a good member of our group, and it's great to see him down here today with his friends and his teammates.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kenneth.
So the unbeaten form continues, but it was hard work this evening. How do you sum it up?
Oh geez, there was a battle out there this evening. Always is against Claremorris. Whatever it is, it's always a tough game against them. And I think we probably wrote a look at times out there, but it's a great win, grounded out, and I suppose they're the wins, they're the games you have to grind out. And fair play all the lads for the mastership, and great to be back out there with the lads again. So yeah, good evening, good 3 points, but we made work for them tonight.
And the crucial goal came from Dan Brown just before half time, and it came from when the goalkeeper took his kick out pretty short.
Yeah, it's something we worked on, just went to press them and went to close them down, and kind of broke down, and we got the ball. We played out well now, in fairness, got the ball out to Pat. It was a great ball in by Pat, and Brown, great header as well, so lucky enough that turned out to be the winner.
And Gary Cunningham did pull off a few saves in the first half particularly, and there were some crucial interceptions in the second half between yourself and Aaron. Pat Moore was involved. The defence was solid.
Yeah, it was a team effort out there, because there was times in that second half where backs against the walls, no doubt about it. And Gary, Aaron there beside me, Pat, Marco, James, everyone, 2 lads in the middle, everyone put in a big shift, and it's just great that we 3 points now show for it after that, because there'll be a few sore bodies tomorrow.
And Adam Diamond Kane making his first start for the first team.
Yeah, it's great to see some of the young lads there, Dylan Duane, D, all the young lads, Killian White, all the young lads coming up. It's brilliant for the lads, brilliant for us, older lads, getting pushed on, but they're brilliant, they're well able for it. Even Adam there, like the direct running as well. I would like to be playing against them.
But it does bode well for the first team, going from what we've seen this season to date, with all the young lads coming in and everyone fighting for places and everyone doing so well.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we have the squad. Look at the bench there today, some of the lads that are coming on. Like, it's a strong squad, and it's great that the young lads coming in as well. I feel like we're doing so well with the B and C teams in the last year or two. So just that injection that you need for every squad, just new faces, and they're all well able for it. You can see it out there, they're all flying out there.
And possibly it could be Kilchima next weekend. Another tricky game. They came up last season, a good side, well coached, and it could be a banana skin.
Yeah, every game in this league will be a tough game, and Nothing tomorrow, they're flying as well, they're right up there. They're right up there. I'm sure they'll fancy their chances against us as well. So it'll be big, another big game week by week. It's just all big games. So just regroup now and get the body back together again and go again next week. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No, okay.
1-0 tonight, and it was certainly a battle out there. How do you sum it up?
Yeah, tough game. Claremorris are a very good team. I know they're sitting bottom of the group, but I know they're missing a good few players there this season. So very good team. Tough game. Both teams had chances, so just happy to get the win.
And it was a crucial goal from Pat Moran's cross, and it came from a goalkeeper clearance that dropped short.
Yeah, it can happen just like that. Sometimes just ball fell short of park, great ball in, great header by Brownie. So sometimes something simple as that, just get the ball in the box and something happens. So it's a great header by Brownie.
Couple of good saves by Gary in the first half, but the defence here really to call upon them in the second half, and they put in a great shift just to protect the goal.
Yeah, I think defensively we're very strong. I think we've conceded the least amount of goals in the league. So, if you don't concede, you've a great chance to win the game. So, all the lads who's came back in today was very good. James, Pat, Aaron's fantastic this year. So, good defensively, so can't complain. And
we have to speak about Adam Darren Kane making his first start for the first team this evening, and he showed plenty of promise down the left side, very direct.
Yeah, Adam was very good. You wouldn't think it was his first game. Very good in the ball. Like I said, direct, not afraid to take a man on, so he's very good. Very impressive first game for him. So hopefully get him back in the team again soon.
I know Kevin Kettrick didn't score tonight, but his hold up play with his back force goal is a joy to watch when you watch the ball being played into his feet.
Yeah, Kevin is deceptively strong. So we don't think he's the biggest person in the world, but he's great, gets the body away, holds the ball up. Him and Brownie work well together, so he's coming on very good. So a lot of young players again coming in, so it's great to see. So hopefully we can just keep the win and have a go.
So possibly Kilchimon knock next weekend, just awaiting confirmation on that. A potential banana skin. They've come up from the Premier Division last season. They've a good side, good players, and I believe they're pretty well coached.
Yeah, Knock are a very good team, very good players, like you said, well coached, good team, really hard game. So like this year, I think as everyone's taking points of everyone, so there is no such thing as an easy game. There never was, but I think this year it's even closer, so all the teams are very strong, so hopefully we can just keep how we're going and just get another 3 points.
Thank you very much.